Kentucky is a week away from its first scheduled football games, but there are still plenty of questions about the return of contact sports. Local 12's Christian Hauser is in the Breaking News Center with results after a 4-hour Board of Education meeting. Christian, a lot to digest here.
Yeah, that's right, Kyle. But for it being a 4-hour-long meeting, there was just not a lot of new information discussed. The big takeaway, though, is that districts are looking for more guidance from the state and the Athletic Association. Now, the board did unanimously vote to send a letter to the Athletic Association to consider alternative options for high-contact sports. Now, that would include looking at what other states like Indiana and Ohio are already doing. Covington Superintendent Alvin Garrison says that he, along with several other Northern Kentucky superintendents, are not in favor of starting contact sports without having the kids in the classroom. He says it just puts too high of an emphasis on sports. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman says that they need to focus on how these guidelines are going to be maintained and enforced, including that stadiums are only allowed 20% capacity at first. Allison Stone from Grant County says that students and coaches need to be given specifics about what happens and what triggers an athlete or team to not get to play anymore.
Maybe that's where we need to put our time and our efforts in. It's not so much on getting to play and the specifics there, because they are different. But I also know that my students know when they know what the outcome is going to be when they do certain things. They know the consequences. And I build them up and I teach them that over time. So maybe we provide, when you hit this or this happens, when you meet this mark of so many viruses or this, these are the outcomes and this is what happens. That way they know, and they need to enforce to those students who are going and hanging out.
Sloan also says that she's hearing from teachers that sports guidance is just all over the place. One district with a single positive case closes down, while another with 10 cases goes on with practice. So there's clearly a lot to hammer out in the next week, because the first football game is set to be next Friday. Kyle will continue to monitor this. For now, though, back to you.
All right, Christian, thank you so much. The Board of Education says it got more than 12,000 calls from concerned people yesterday after announcing the meeting, and even some death threats.